What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at Ter Stegen, one of the best keepers I've played with on FIFA 20, and to be honest, keepers this year at this moment in time, obviously we've had 3 patches, I want to say 2 or 3 patches, maybe 2 major patches. Keepers do not seem to be very good. It just seems to be the standard of the game. They make mistakes. Obviously, right at the start of the game, we had the spillages, people rebounding very easily. That seems to be slightly fixed now. There is still the odd occasion where I'm like, probably could have punched that or caught that or at least knocked it away from his feet. But at the minute, I'm finding it a little bit better. Keepers are slowly getting there, slowly gaining their composure almost. And I've played with a few keepers. Personally, De Gea is one of the only ones that I haven't played with at this moment in time, but I can already gauge what De Gea is going to be like. I've played with him in drafts, so that is different. There's only one keeper that personally I think is better than Ter Stegen, and that will come at the end of the video. But anyway, we'll go into Ter Stegen's stats. Obviously, with keepers, I'm planning on making them half the episode, so normally reviews are like 10 minutes. Keepers are going to be more like 5 minutes, mainly because they've got half the stats. They're very simple to kind of detail and analyze a lot easier than any other players, because weak foot skill moves don't always count. So keepers are going to come at a little bit of a shorter rate, and I'm planning on doing quite a lot of them, mainly the top ones as well. Looking at Ter Stegen then anyway, we'll look at all of his stats, we'll look at his price and what I think about him. So he's coming in at 61k on the Xbox and 66.5 on the PlayStation. That fluctuates between about 58 and about 65 depending on what time of the day, what time of the week you are actually looking to pick him up. That is a solid price, an absolutely incredible price for him. Obviously, he's got the very nice link that he can link with Germans. Personally, apart from Sule, centre-back wise in Germany has took a massive hit this year. Boateng's an 84. Hummels is unusable until he gets some pace in him. It becomes an unusable link really, unless obviously icons doesn't really count. Centre-back wise in the La Liga is top of the world right now. Bar from Van Dijk and a few other OP centre-backs, you've got Militao, PK's Scream Card, Ramos, Varane, Umtiti, Lenglet, you get the picture. A lot of very nice centre-backs to link him with in the La Liga. So I think that's what has a massive already component into Ter Stegen. I think the only thing that beats that kind of link is De Gea. De Gea linked with either Ramos or Scream PK as well as Van Dijk is the pairing that you're looking for. Granted, you can have Ter Stegen, Scream PK and Van Dijk. That still works because of the strong link. You get my drift right there. He has got 88 diving, 85 handling, 88 kicking, 90 reflex, 43 speed and 88 positioning. So the kicking is good. Already like that. That's perfect for me. It is becoming a little bit of a dying art. I find the main reason why I like to kick is because it gives you a throw-in. If you time it right every single time just outside their box, you kick it from say a corner, from someone having a shot, their keeper's coming out, and if you can get there just in time where they automatically kick it, he's going to kick it out. That's the motion with a goalkeeper nowadays. So you can already guarantee that you, instead of going through that grueling part where you've got possession, you've instantly got a throw-in in the the attacking region for yourself. That's something that I always like about kicking, especially in this game with that feature. I don't know if they're going to change that where you can take control. You can actually physically take control of your keeper. But personally, that's something I do like with obviously the kicking meta this game. Speed-wise, it's not the most impressive, but most keepers nowadays, I'd say anything over 50 is absolutely fantastic. Last year I had Team of the Year De Gea with like 60 to 70 speed, whatever it was. That was phenomenal. This year I think 40s and 50s are kind of the average. 50s is more the higher level for me. Personally, I haven't got a comparison actually, but I think 43 is relatively decent. 88 diving, not a problem. 85 handling, I do find that even with the keepers in general, they don't really catch as much. It's a lot of punching. Normally you'd see a lot of keepers catching the ball when it's somewhat semi-obvious, and it's probably a bit of a meta choice because obviously sometimes keepers will punch the ball. If they're not sure about catching it, they will punch it. So I guess they're trying that sort of element, making it more real for the keepers, but it does lead to a lot more mistakes. 90 reflexes is massive with this card because you link that up with an 88 position is absolutely incredible. Now, because obviously we've only got so many chemistry styles, we'll go over them all. Basic wise, you'll get 98 diving, 95 handling, 98 kicking, 98 positioning, 99 reflexes, and 47 speed. And the main thing that I didn't really know about basic is, does it actually do all this? I've not looked at in-game with it, but it seems like it makes him pretty meta. Like, that card has practically got 90s plus on everything bar from speed. And why would you go with anything else? Obviously, if you get wall, you'd have 99 diving, handling, and kicking, and then a 2 increase on the speed, which actually doesn't really do much, to be honest. It doesn't actually get up any acceleration or sprint speed from him. It literally just plus 2s it. If you go for shield, you'd get 99 reflex, 99 kicking, and 52 speed. That is a very nice one as well. If you went for cat, you'd get 99 reflex, positioning, and speed. And then if you go for glove, you'd get 99 diving, handling, positioning, and again the 2 plus on speed, which actually doesn't do anything. So for me, basic is looking really perfect right there. You'd get the little bit of a speed increase on his acceleration, and everything else becomes over 90. So I personally don't really bother with anything like that. I think that's a perfect example of a keeper's meta skills with just the basic chemistry style on. So, what didn't I like? What did I like about this keeper? In general, I think positioning wise is incredible. Reflexes is on point. One-on-ones are sensational. Really, really good shot stopper. And I think he's saved me so many times in the weekend league. I think this is his 3rd weekend league for me, and he has been absolutely phenomenal. So I'm rating him very, very highly as a keeper. Personally, I do think he's better than Oblak. That's just a given. I think I played with Oblak right at the start of the year with the meta, and I did try him recently just to make sure that it weren't just the start of the game, me not being incredible. But personally, I think Ter Stegen is the better keeper there. The only other keeper, bar from De Gea, who I think is very, very similar, is Van der Sar. Baby or mid, Van der Sar is a fantastic keeper. We saw it last year, and I think this year is no different. He's going to be, eventually, his prime moment keeper is going to be my keeper unless I get team of the year again. He is a crazy keeper. I played with him in draft. I am going to give him a proper review and a proper explaining of why he's so good, but Van der Sar for me was absolutely phenomenal. Ter Stegen though, 10 out of 10 for value. I think 60k is incredible for a keeper like this. 10 out of 10 for FUT Champs. I really rate him this year. I think him, De Gea, Van der Sar are all incredible. And then an 8.5 out of 10 because I can't wait to see him get an inform, a special card, anything like that. I cannot wait to get that keeper. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you smash that like button. I know we've gone a little bit over them 5 minutes, but we wanted to kind of introduce the new keeper review because it's been a while. I think the last keeper I did was either Oblak or Lloris, and I was not in my groove. I was not in my style. I'm trying to really own these reviews, trying to get more in depth with them, and it will grow. It will grow as we keep going, and then hopefully when we do get to FIFA 21, I know a long time away, we'll get even further into the detail. Graphics will start coming out. I have got a graphics coming soon. I'm just gonna over the weekend spend some time on it, as I think it will add that extra bit of value to the review. I want you to go away with the review and think, actually, yeah, that's a different perspective, or at least come down into the comments and ask me a question. That's always something I really like. I like answering questions, getting asked, making me think outside the box. Even if you don't agree with my decision, you maybe think De Gea's better, you maybe think Oblak's better. Let me know why you think they're better, because obviously game plans change. I personally play a certain style, you may change a different style, and that may be more defensive, so your keeper doesn't have to do as much. So really, Oblak's better at them long range shots when Ter Stegen's letting them in. It's all about different angles and different kind of perspectives. And what I want to make these reviews into is a base where someone comes and sees all these opinions, can go to the comments. I could even start something where we discuss them, we post them somewhere, and we have like a long list of people's reviews on players. That's something that I want to bring to the review community, as personally I've been doing reviews for quite some years. Obviously there was a big gap in between, but reviews are definitely my forte in things. I really enjoy doing them, and I'm gonna make them the best they can be. Obviously, this being the first keeper one, it has run over a little bit, but I want to stay more precise with keepers when doing them. So if you have been here for all this time, for the extra 5 minutes of this episode, make sure you give that like button. It's always appreciated. Make sure you subscribe as well whilst you're down there, just because we're punching numbers. I can't be more grateful for the support, and hopefully we continue to grow at the rate we are. And I just can't wait. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you for the next one. Peace.